PM Keychain Podcast, a podcast where we talk about theme parks, Halloween events, and so much more. We're so happy to have you guys. And of course, we have Colin from Theme Parks and More. Say hi.
Hello.
We have the legend himself, Michael.
Hello, guys.
And our special guest today is Scream and Stream. So we're just going to ask you a couple of questions, what you guys are all about, and yeah, it's going to be super cool. So our first question is, what was the inspiration behind this new haunt attraction?
Well, first of all, guys, thanks so much for having me on. Really, the inspiration was not willing to give up on Halloween this year. Obviously, there are aspects of Halloween that just can't continue the way we're used to with the pandemic. And we recognize that and we want to respect that. But at the same time, we think there's an alternative way to still enjoy some aspects of Halloween and have some fun while being mindful and respectful of, the guidance and the rules that go along with, the pandemic.
Yeah, because it feels like literally everything's been canceled, but like, this is something that isn't. It's something to do. It's something new.
Yeah, we were heartbroken when Halloween Horror Nights got canceled. That's our favorite event. A lot of us have even worked on Halloween Horror Nights and some of us on Busch Gardens in the past.
Yeah.
And when it got canceled, we were just crushed, and I'm sure a lot of you were. The concept of a socially distanced haunted experience was something we were talking about as early as June. And when Halloween Horror Nights got canceled, we really took a hard look at the concept and said, could this be a solid alternative? Because we didn't really know if Halloween Horror Nights would be going forward or not. And we didn't necessarily want to introduce a new event to Orlando if, something that was a modified version of Halloween Horror Nights was going to be going on, because we feel like they could have done some sort of safe alternative. But now that we know it's totally gone, this year temporarily, we do want to bring the community some way to celebrate Halloween. So that's how we got to where we are now.
You have saved us.
Yeah, for real. Now we have something to do.
Yeah, this would have been my second year working at Horror Nights. And I was completely devastated when I found out. And when I found out about you guys, I as soon as I heard about it, I hopped on the link, filled out all my information, and I was like, I'm hoping I'm able to get a spot this year, because just gotta keep the horror industry going for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's gonna be definitely different, but I feel like we're all kind of craving a horror event in Orlando right now. So
Sure.
I think it'll be something for the history books.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback already that the concept of being in your car is inherently a little less scary than being on foot. So what we've heard is that families with, slightly older children might use this as their first introduction to a scary experience, because it's a little bit more secure being in the car.
Yeah.
So we feel that even though this is sort of an, invention out of necessity this year, it might end up becoming a small trend of haunts that, you just observe things from your car. Because keep in mind, being scared and operating a motor vehicle don't really go hand in hand.
No, not at all.
So
No.
we've had to make concessions to consider safety and keep safety top of mind.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, there's not going to be any sudden startles. Nobody's going to be coming up to your car or jumping on your hood or going in your windows. Obviously, that wouldn't be compatible with the pandemic anyway, but it's also not something we want to play with because of safety. So think of this more like scary, immersive theater that you witness from your car. It's got lighting, it's got audio, it's got live performers and scenic, but you're just watching this experience unfold from your car. And it's scary for the performers, but it's not necessarily scary for you. You're not being startled or surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot wait to see it unfold in front of me.
Yeah, we got to do a walkthrough last night, or a drive-through, I should say. We did both. We walked it on foot, and we drove the path. And you're actually the first people to know this. The path is going to be 1 mile long, so we're really happy about that.
Ooh, wow,
Awesome.
that's really cool.
Special. Dang, I cannot wait. This is gonna be so
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome.
So, my next question for you guys is, so what can we expect? There's a couple attractions that you guys were talking about. So, what attractions are coming this year to Scream and Stream?
Yeah, the first is called Night at the Die-In, which is an experience where it's our scary experience at night where you drive into a movie screen. So we're going to erect a large drive-in movie screen, and there's going to be a magical rift right down the middle, a crack in the screen, a portal, if you will. And at
Ooh.
the beginning of your experiences, you're going to drive right into the movie screen because you're at the drive-in theater to see this film called Night at the Die-In. And it's a story about kids who sneak into an abandoned drive-in theater, to goof off, have some fun, blow off some steam. And when they decide it's time to leave, they realize their car won't start. Their fuel line has been cut. Someone is out there with them, maybe one person, maybe more people toying with them. And now they have to figure out how to get help. The story is set in the year 1991. So there's no cell phones and they're miles from town. They're in this forest, in the middle of this forest. So they have no idea what to do. And that's where you start your journey. You cruise into the movie and you watch what happens to these group of teenagers as you go through the experience.
Wow,
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's a great storyline.
Yeah.
I can't get the smile off my face.
For real, dude, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that.
There's another experience. It's called the Drive Boo Trick or Treat. This is geared towards families and the younger children or the young at heart. This is the same road, the same 1 mile long road, but it happens during the day. So we're going to take some of the gory elements down and put in friendlier characters who are going to basically trick or treat with you. So they're going to, toss you candy, offer you candy at the end of a stick or a pole, or maybe zip line candy to your car. So it's a way for you to get candy as you go through this road in a socially distanced environment.
Wow, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
That's actually like super like that's really unique actually because like
Yeah.
I mean I thought like trick or treating was going to be something that'd be canceled, but I mean looks like you guys figured it out.
Yeah, we know we just want to keep people apart, and we know that in certain situations, performers are going to be wearing masks. So that's going to be in two areas. One, if a performer is ever getting more than 6 feet close to a guest, and two, if two performers are interacting in a scene, they will be wearing masks. That's just a requirement. So as long as we're wearing masks and we're having these socially distanced interactions, we think it's a good time to do a little bit of trick or treating.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
I can't stop smiling. This is like so exciting.
I'm sorry. But the next question I have is where is Scream and Stream located? Where is it?
We get asked this question second most often behind the safety question, and the answer still, unfortunately, is we're not ready to announce that at this time. We're still finalizing details of the venue, but I can tell you that it will not be more than an hour drive from the attractions corridor. That means Disney, Universal, stuff like that.
Okay, that's cool. And actually, our the next question is you kind of already talked about this, but like what COVID-19 safety procedures are like the people going to be like having? Like how are the people like the cars going to drive through? Like what's all the requirements?
Sure. So in addition to what I already mentioned, there are some additional coronavirus safety procedures. Primarily when a car approaches, we're going to be giving everybody in the vehicle a COVID questionnaire. This is a verbal screening to just talk through any symptoms that any guests may have had. Of course, if any guest has how should I say this? If any guest indicates that they've had symptoms that may be part of coronavirus, we're going to ask those guests to come back on another night and not attend. All guests in the car will be required to have a mask. So that's a CDC recommended cloth face covering, not to be confused with a Halloween mask, mind you. And that mask is going to have to be worn whenever your windows are rolled down or whenever you get out of the vehicle to use the restrooms or buy food and beverage or, shop for merchandise.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what you literally said in the last sentence goes by my next question. So like what food, beverages, and like merchandising are you gonna have for this event?
So a lot of those details are still being put together. We are planning on having some special dishes. I'll tell you right now, there's not going to be any alcohol at this event because alcohol and driving do not mix. So there will be no alcohol, but we will have some special dishes and some unique merchandise. In fact, we're working with the good folks over at Machado Farms, and we're hoping to sell fog-scented candles. And we're also going to have fog-scented air fresheners so you can hang those in your car while you're going through the experience.
Oh, that's actually a really smart idea. Like think of like you're like driving through a haunted house and you can like smell that like experience. You can like it's almost like you're being like exposed into like this Halloween that's super cool.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to find ways to immerse the guests even though they're inside your car.
Dang,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing.
Bring some back of that Horror Nights fog.
Like and something that's like also really cool is like so like even though you're driving in the car, like the storyline what you made with like that 1991 like cinema kind of story is like it literally involves a car. So like you almost feel like you're the kids who are being trapped like in the in the forest.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I have chills right now.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's hope that like we're having chills now and we haven't even been to the event yet. So like just waiting until this event happens. Like it's gonna be pretty spooky.
Definitely. I'm up for it.
So tickets are on sale now at pre-sale prices. Currently, we're pricing the adult drive-through haunt, the scary nighttime experience, at $45 per car. So what that means is if you have a 8-passenger SUV, you can pack 8 people into that SUV and come for only $45 if you buy your tickets now.
That's
and currently until August 8th, we're pre-selling the drive-boo trick-or-treat experience for $35 per car. Same situation. If you have a giant SUV, as long as everybody has a legal seatbelt, you can bring as many people as you desire in one car for the same price. Now, I do want to put it out there, that price will be going up to $50 after August 8th. So if you're interested in going to the drive-boo trick-or-treat experience, you should buy those tickets now. And I'll also let you know that all of our tickets have the ability to change the date if you wish at a later time. That is subject to capacity, but as long as capacity is available, you can change your date of your ticket at any moment.
Perfect.
That's nice. Cause like sometimes like think if you have to like cancel something and you like don't even know what to do, but like it's kind of nice knowing that like you can kind of like reschedule your like time at the place.
Exactly. We want people to be able to buy their tickets now, and we realize that not everybody will know when they're able to go, 8 weeks in advance. So they can buy tickets today, save money, and then later on they can change that date to a different date while still securing that pre-sale price.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So one other question that I have is so obviously the scare actors are gonna have to wear like these they're gonna have to wear like costumes and stuff. So my big question is like what kind of costumes and kind of like what kind of dress and like costumes can we expect in this spooky event?
Well, I don't want to give away too many details because that kind of gets into some spoiler territories.
Ooh.
But you can expect basically 2 core groups of characters. There's the group of teenagers that I already told you about who sneak into the abandoned drive-thru. And then there's the not-so-friendly characters. We'll call them that for now. These are the characters that are stalking and hunting the teenagers and, doing terrible things. So you can expect to see those characters out there on the drive.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Oh, and you have any more questions?
I think I ran out here, but so Scream and Stream. We know that so we're talking about the nonprofit thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You guys are a nonprofit organization, so do you guys have any shout outs that you would like to shout out on this stream?
We are not a nonprofit organization, but
Oh.
we are donating 20% of our net proceeds of this event to the Central Florida Food Bank, called Second Harvest.
Okay. Like,
And we're really excited about that.
that's like super nice because like, wow, that is super cool. I'm glad that you guys are doing this because like it gives money to them and like, yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, our goal is really to have two things. One, a community event for Halloween where we can celebrate Halloween in the scary way we've all been accustomed to, only with respecting the pandemic. And two, to give back to the community. So we're looking forward to hiring about 25 Central Floridians who have been impacted by furloughs and layoffs. And we're also looking forward to making that donation, that 20% net proceeds donation to the Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. And, you know, at the end of this project, we'll end up injecting about $100,000 into the local Central Florida economy. So we're excited about that too.
Great.
That's great.
Yeah, that's super kind.
And where can we follow you guys at?
Yeah, we're available on every form of social media except TikTok. We don't do TikTok. Our handle is Scream in Stream. So it's all one word and it's not and in the middle. It's just the letter N. So screaminstream.com. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram.
Perfect.
Cool.
Well, I think that wraps it up. Owen, do you want to wrap up the stream for us?
Sure. So yeah, that was episode 2 of the TPM Keychain podcast. And Colin, don't we have like a sponsor for today's video?
Oh, yeah. Today's video sponsor is Lift You Up Incorporated. They are a non-for-profit organization that helps giving children and young teenagers a place to live if they have battled COVID-19 in any way. We help out with hurricanes. They help out with any sort of natural disaster. So I want to say a big thank you to Lift You Up Incorporated for sponsoring this video.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that wraps up our podcast today. So go subscribe to Theme Parks and More. That's where the podcast will be shown. And yeah, guys. And also thank you Stream and Stream. Stream and Stream. Scream and Stream. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thanks, guys. So we will see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, my pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.